All right, hello world. We are back for our Bazgoth, The Crimson Blade, episode 20. As we find our adventurers finally within the ruins and heading to try to go and find this necromancer. They first ran into a chamber that has some stone statues of orcs. And then they figured out that they had some gems, possibly used to open some doors, or at least one. Testing out in the sockets at least. But currently, they were able to defeat some wraith that appeared with the first gem. Now the second gem. These other wraiths have a different tactic of battle, as they've been using spells to try to demolish our adventurers. And I think last we left off...
Hello. I'm sorry for late.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Hey, Cub. Good to see ya.
The one who might be important. Last we left off, I think it was the final wraith had, I think, attacked with a fireball, correct? Because we had one, and then we had the other. And then he moved to the very corner over here, which would be the red one. Now that is lingering in the shadowy corner here. I'm going to go ahead and, before anything else, I want to make sure that Twitch is streaming indeed. Oh, it is. Perfect. Test a hello. Alright. Live streaming on Dungeons and Dragons YouTube. Looks like it is. Perfect. Alright. So, if that was true, that means that now we go to Tarnik. Tarnik, it is your go after this race unleashed a nice warm ball of fire upon everybody.
Tonic is like in that crouched position, you know, with one knee down, one knee bent, hands on the floor. He's still smouldering and parts of him are still burning. And he looks around and goes, "Come on. Come on." And then looks up and he's looking for Cub. He's struggling to see where he is behind because he's got the bear right behind him.
Yeah. Roll me a perception if you wish to actually see him. Seems to be quite a few people there.
Yeah. Oh no.
He is in too much fiery pain right now.
Yeah. So he'll use his action and use why not? He'll use 10 points of his lay on hands pool. And at least give himself 10 points of healing.
Okay.
But yeah, he's still really struggling. And I think he'll he's just going to try and sneak behind that
Okay.
statue just so yeah.
All right.
And that'll be it.
And just because there's certain mechanics that's going to happen also, I will be using Silent this time around. So I got her sheet.
Okay. Yep.
Things I can't let anybody know. Ding, ding, ding. Except for maybe Cub. But all right. With that, then, we will go to Grumthar.
Yes, you all release the fire on my companions. Now you'll feel the wrath of my blade. He'll run up. He's going to hit this chunk of rock. He's going to jump and he's going to twirl a spinning tornado of axe and blade and hit him with a reckless frenzy attack.
Ooh.
And I will start using my battle axe.
With such a maneuver.
Well, this should be reckless, so it should be advantage. I'd be holding the key down. So that's the 19 would hit anyway. We'll just roll again and make sure I don't crit. I did. Okay, so so slashing for the battle axe. So that should be
the first one is usually it, or unless you're using it two-handed.
11. No, 11.
Okay.
This first one.
Go ahead and roll
right?
an
So
extra
that's
d6 for such a awesome jump and twirl.
Oh, well, and I have the frenzy, which give me 2d6 anyway. So I'm gonna in D&D Beyond, I'm gonna roll 3d6. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. Rolling that. 12 points of damage there.
Ooh, nice.
And as I spin around with the longsword, again with the advantage, so 17, and then the damage with that, 13 points of damage.
All
All
right.
right, for my second attack, my battle axe comes around again, and that would be. Oh, looks like I got a. Well, if you'll let me, I was going to roll the next one for the longsword anyway. So a 22 would hit, and that would be this damage for 14 points, and then for the final longsword, lopping off its head, hopefully, would be the crit of the 29, right? And so that's a D8 plus 6 is 14 plus this roll of 8, so another 22. I don't know if you caught all that.
Yeah, I'm about to add it all up right now. So we got that one. So I got all the way down to that, and then you had, after the 13 damage, you had the 14 for the regular attack, right?
14 for the regular attack, and
then for the crit,
would be a D8 plus 6 is 14 plus the 8 off the roll is 22.
All right. So 72 points of damage. Holy jeez, that's
Did
a
I
lot.
really?
Yeah.
You're competing with Mr. Bordak over here, I see.
All right.
And that was
And yet
Mr.
he still stands. Oh,
see,
you
this
are a
one
demon indeed.
Hold up, let me see which one is which. Okay, so that one's that one. Nope. It vanishes. As you slice it in half and into various pieces, as everybody sees Mr. Grumthar come in with a jump and twirling. And
5, 10. I've moved 15, so I'm going to just move back here, if that's fine. For another 15, give me 30 feet. Actually, I have more movement than that. I had 40 feet. So if I can break up my movement like that, I would end up here.
okay.
And that'd be my turn.
All right. Not sure. They actually. Okay, so let me see. Cyrix. We're gonna move Cyrix over here until Avery gets back and can get back to her computer. All right. For now, and sneak. All right, and then with that being said, we're gonna go with Mr. Bordak. Bordak, seeing this enormous amount of attacks, is going to try to match it, and will, yes, move here. And we'll attempt to do the same. So first attack. Oh my goodness. I think that still hits. That one will definitely hit. Yes, both of them hit. Alright. So he swings, slash, slash, up, down, and across. So that's 12. Plus another 13.
And if you allow it, the Drake will use its reaction with a little d6 of fire.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll it for me.
So 4 fire damage.
All right. Bordak, that was his, and now he's gonna go ahead and use his furry, his fury from Gonash. That one, I do believe,
Oh.
still hits. Oh Lord. Okay.
Oh.
Truly powerful weapons here.
What powerful weapons? I don't have any.
All right. Not quite as powerful as Grumthar's. The wraith still lingers, which brings us to Cub. As you see these orcs going crazy. Except maybe for Tarnik, who gets behind the bear.
Yeah, that fireball really the fireball really should be up.
Are these golems basically, right? Or spirits?
Yeah, they look more like spirits to you. Undead entities.
Okay.
They're very transparent, floating in the air.
So silence on 11 points, Tarnik's on 11, Grom's on 5, I think.
Yep.
If that
Or-
helps your
oh,
decision,
each
Cub.
Cub,
Talk about it.
If you have a way to damage the spirits, Grom doesn't have a really great way to damage them, but Grom can heal. He could heal Tarnik on his turn if you can damage the spirits better, because Grom doesn't have very many good weapons against these creatures. I don't think a charm is going to help us, like a command spell. I doubt it'll help against these things.
That is very true. I mean, I can always cast Moonbeam again.
May not be a bad choice. But there's
We
going to be
only-
another round of these things too. Oh, that's
We only
above
have-
table. Grom doesn't know that. He might deduce that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Like, this is all above table talk right now. So I'm just trying to understand here. It's like, okay, do I? Let me double. Let me. Sorry, my computer's going slow. It's not. I had to like
it's okay.
open the
While
window
your
page.
while
Okay.
your computer's going slow, William, could Grom roll a check to see if he can deduce kind of what's going on here? It looks like 2 gems, 2 rounds of spirits. Can he see if he can make heads or tails of like a pattern or something?
Insight,
Insight.
perhaps.
Okay. Very good. Here we go.
I could provide guidance because I'm fairly close there. I'm right next to him, so I could reach out and give him guidance.
Excellent. I will accept. So a 15 altogether.
I think what I will go ahead and do. I have an idea. Wait, where's everybody at? Okay, I see everybody.
Behind you.
Silence heard. Tarnik, how much you have?
11. Silence on 11. I think Grom's on
Silence
5.
on 11.
Is that right?
I would have a question on this moment where Cub is about to take action. Would Grom have GM? Would Grom have the presence of mind to kind of see around him and see that Tarnik is low on health? And would he maybe see Cub deliberating on a move? Like,
Ah.
Okay. Because here we go. Medicine check. Because if Grom had the
should make
presence
things a
of
lot better.
mind. Oh, nice!
sounds-
Your voice
sounds
got a lot
good.
louder.
Okay, that's what was going on. I was wondering. That's why y'all were hearing the echo. I was like, what is going on? I better lower my voice
That's
on
much
this one.
clearer.
Well, that's what was going on in the last game. I don't know why it switches to cannon all the time. All right. So, sorry, what did you roll now?
I rolled a 10 medicine
Ooh,
check to
10.
see if I can kind of tell what Cub is looking at, because Grom would basically be trying to be aware of, like, he would want Cub to hit the enemy instead of healing, but I don't know if he has that presence of mind.
So,
to
because
even
of
know to see.
the insight, I would say that yes, you can see that there are hurt comrades. For sure, Tarnik, Silent, who is grabbing at herself with fear in her eyes, and then Tarnik usually doesn't back away, but you see as him moving back. But you, with the medicine, you're not quite sure how bad it is.
Okay.
But
All right.
with Cub,
I
go
guess
ahead.
what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and use healing spirits. At my 3rd level.
Okay.
So basically, like, I was like, oh wait, where's Tikal?
Did he run away somewhere
I was
again?
like, yeah, if we
He's
forgot
climbing
to
on the
bring him along.
rafters. Sure.
I know he was following us.
He's climbing up in the rafters trying to get away from the fireball. Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grom's about to climb up there.
Let me go find him.
So, let's see. This is ally. Okay.
Where was Tikal last seen? Wasn't he out here? Dang, he must have disappeared for a while.
Yeah, because I know he was following us. We just forgot to bring him along with us. I forgot to bring him along with us.
Was he in here maybe? Oh my gosh. Oh, there he is. Aha, found him. He was lingering in a different ruin. All right, let me copy him. All right, there he is.
Alright. So with him, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get I'm gonna have my healing spirits here. So everyone around him in this square perimeter on the start of their turn.
No, okay.
There you go. So that's what I will do. Or so that will be done as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take out one of my potions. And I guess I'm gonna throw it to I'm gonna throw it to to him, because you need health, right?
Let me see. To Bordak. Bordak. He's been hurt a little bit, but seems to be doing better than the others.
Oh, okay, no.
So Silent, Grom, and Tarnik, I think, are the worst.
Okay then. So then I'll just go ahead and I'll throw a potion as my action over to Tarnik.
All right. Tarnik, go ahead and roll me a dex to see if you catch it. Should be all right. Normal dex, 11 and above.
Oh no. It was on 19, it rolled to 3.
Oh my lord. You are so in pain that the potion flies past you and shatters on the wall, unfortunately.
Come,
Amazing.
prove your aim.
Truly amazing.
Better.
I like that. Tarnik is the one who misses the catch.
Hey, GM.
Yes.
So under the actions tab in our sheets, there's this thing called Other Actions in Combat. Interact with an object. You can interact with one free object, or you can interact with one object or feature of the environment for free during either your move or action. Oh, this is only during move or action. It's not my move or action. Never mind. I thought maybe I could try to catch it as well.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, not.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought I could do that as a reaction.
Are we?
I don't think there's anything I can do, unfortunately.
All right. Does Cub want to do any movement before?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, hello. Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh no, sorry. I was Grumsar, I guess.
I guess I will go ahead and I will move over here. Just so that way I don't get in range of the next onslaught fireball attack or so.
All right. And roll me a perception.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. It's 19.
All right. 19 perception. So with you, as you are moving about, you are able to see that parts of the area are now lingering with some of the fog that was outside. Just sticking to the corners, like the little areas right here in the corners and such. But other than that, that's all you notice for right now. With that being said, we shall now move on to Mr. Grom of the Blackhorns.
So Grom is in a sorry state, 5 hit points, and the bear is actually down to 2 hit points.
Oh, wow.
On the start of your turn,
Wait, what was that, Cub?
basically, let's see here. Until the spell ends, whenever your creatures, or whenever you or creature, a spirit, okay, you call forth until the spell ends.
Oh,
Okay, so on
right now,
on the start of your turn, you can roll it's gonna be a 2d6.
it's going to be 2d6.
Yes.
You mean
It's gonna
one
be
for me and one for the bear, or one for each of us?
One for each of you. Or for, no, well, it's gonna be both of you. So both of you, if you are in the circle, or if you're near a Tikal, you both get to roll a 2d6. And then you get to add +4 to healing.
Okay, so this first one's will be for Grom. And then you say we got to add something, or that's it, basically?
It's 9 plus 4.
Nice, okay. So 13. Let me adjust this real quick. So we got 13. Okay, nice. Now I gotta adjust the bear. Here's the bear's roll.
My bread. That's what Tony we're gonna have for lunch tomorrow.
20.
Okay.
So I'll be 9 points.
9 points to the bear. All right.
Yeah, because I cast it at 3rd level, so it's basically 2d6. So yeah.
All right. Okay, that's good. So Grom is gonna, he looks around and the smoke from the fireball, I'm assuming is still smoldering. He looks over at Tarnik through the smoke. He saw the blades of Grimthar slashing through that spirit and Grimthar running, and then Bordok over there hitting. He sees Cub's spirit. Cub, what animal? It says here you can choose your spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae of your choice. What does it look like?
Which one? My healing spirit?
Yeah.
Basically it's Chico, but in its full evolved form of a displacer beast.
Oh, gotcha. GM, would it be a situation where Grom needs to roll for Silent being in danger?
Oh, yeah, she did get hit. More than likely,
He's gonna look for
if you are looking around and see her, yes, she's in danger. Yeah, she looks pretty low.
I'm going to grab this sheet real quick. I gotta roll on
some
it.
burnt, tattered clothing here and there. Maybe some singed hair.
That's
tears
probably
in her
gonna
eyes.
dictate. Oh, does she have tears in her eyes?
From the fire. She's not experienced
go.
that pain.
Bring up my sheet here. Let's see. Stuff. Here's the document. Here's that document. That's the Ruins of the Dead. My apologies. I've got to bring up that document and I'm having trouble finding it. But I'll look at my Google Docs.
See what's that?
Here we go. I got it. All right, so this would have been... We're going to go down to Unrelenting Guilt. And if Silent is ever in danger, I must roll a Wisdom saving throw 15. Okay, here we go. Wisdom saving throw. Now, since I'm close to you, Tarnik, do I get my +4? Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm going to need it. Here we go. Oh. So it's going to be 7 + 4. So no, I fail it.
11.
So,
oh, you fail it. Oh, no.
well, hold on now. We were getting advantage on these, if I remember correctly, if we were together.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
together enough that
because you're together. Yeah, right there.
Okay, I'm gonna roll another one then. Here we go. Much better.
Oh, okay. There we go. You feel it for a little while. That unrelenting guilt. But
the panic threatens to move in. So Grom is going to inch Crag over toward Tarnik. And he's going to reach down, and I think Tarnik would see a little bit of green magic in his palm, and he would reach down, and he would touch Tarnik with a... we're going to go with a level 2 Cure Wounds. So here we go.
Ooh, nice.
So it'll be 26 points of healing to Tarnik.
Fantastic.
And then Tarnik, as he leans down, he's going to whisper into your ear. We must end this madness, Tarnik. And then he's going to look at your weapons. And then he's going to say, I cannot damage these things enough. Do your worst.
Arnik smiles, that evil smile that crosses his face from time to time. They're gonna get more than my worst.
Right. And that will be Grom's turn.
All right. In that case, we go back top of the round to the Wraith over here. That's getting ganged up currently by Drake and Bordak here. So does it want to do? Oh gosh. Can do that many times. All right. Oh, so with that being said, who is the closest to each other? Unfortunately, the heck? That's 20 right there. There's no way. Is that? Let me see something. I guess it is. 5, 10, 15. Yep, that would catch everybody right there. Cast another fireball. Right there.
With Bordak and the Drake right next to it. With that effect.
No, it's the red one.
Thing.
Oh no, wait a minute, the red one's gone. I thought the red one was the
red
fireball.
one's gone.
Yeah, the red one's gone. They each have 3-day use.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't. That would still be able to cast the spell.
All right, so I'm assuming Dex saving throws all around.
Yes, Dex saving throws all around.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage.
All right, here's Grom's.
And Silent.
So Grom would stay, I'm assuming,
Oh, wow.
and then I got to roll for the bear.
Yay! Natural 20 save.
Oh wow, nice. And Silent saves. Okay.
Bear got a 9.
Oh
Bear
no.
failed.
Oh no, the poor bear. Alright. Well then, let's see. Wait a minute. Sorry, wrong one. Don't pay attention to that. Supposed to be wrong one. That one is not as strong. So 32, and whoever saved is halved. So 16.
The bear goes down.
The bear goes
Grom is still
down.
up.
As everybody feels this fire explode around everyone, blinding, burning, scorching, heating metal. Silent screams. I think Silent says 11, but I see 43. She's still full health on my sheet. Was that correct?
That
I
might
see
have been the
11 and
last
43 on
fireball.
the screen.
Yeah, that might have been the last fireball. Last
Okay,
action.
so she was. So she is down then. Silent is in death saves right now.
That was Crag. Should I roll one for Crag?
I will. Not yet. Not until back to. He was going on your turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just go back on. We'll do it on your turn.
Yeah, she took. She saved on the first fireball, but obviously still took damage.
Silent falls. Boom. Not dead. Just an X to signify that she's fallen. Let's see. Don't want Grom going crazy. We'll just put a red instead. There we go. She's down. And let me do something really quick. As this fire goes all over the place. And I figured she would escape everything because Sirix is a rogue. All right. With that being said, it's going to go ahead and try to maneuver over here. And that is an opportunity attack. I think maybe from the Drake, unless it has already... Does it have reactions?
No,
I don't remember. No, all right. So
It used its reaction this round already.
Dang. And Bordak misses. Wow. Barely, just misses. All right. With that being said, Silen rolls her first death save.
With a +4, I think she's within range of Tarnic.
Okay.
Aura.
So roll with a +4. So she's going to roll 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so she still makes it. Success. Nope. Success. There we go. Doesn't count the blows. There we go. So she's succeeded in one death save. The other wraith is gone, which brings us back to Tarnic, followed by Grumthar.
Yeah. Tarnic, after eating 2 fireballs in a row, has just gone. And he just rushes and uses his bonus action Adrenaline Rush, which gives him 3 temporary hit points. And he can now dash as a bonus action this round. So he gets all the way up to... You'll go in between in front of Cub and attack that Wraith with these wonderful, maybe 15 to hit. With the battle
That
axe.
will hit.
And it's wielding it two-handed, so it's a total. Oh, nice. 15 damage.
15 damage. All right, 15 damage.
Yeah.
With that, it makes a horrible hiss as it vanishes. And Silen does not do a death save because I forgot. I think she was in the healing spirit, and they do heal even downed players. So she actually heals back 8.
Now, I don't remember what the healing spirit provides for Tarnic.
It provides a 2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4. So just quickly roll that. 2. Roll. Oh, nice. 17, I think. No, 13. I'm not very good at adding up.
All right, with that.
Oh! Yep. Oh, I'm just playing with putting that healing points on. There we go. So he should be. Tarnic's looking much healthier after that.
And as those spirits vanish, the last one screaming, so does Cyrix for the time being.
Cyrix just vanishes?
Yes. And Cub, you will notice that the fog that was here is now gone.
Like, damn it.
Oh no. Is she gone? Where I went? I don't know if she'll survive in there.
Silen is crawling over on the floor to Grom. Robe, burnt, tattered clothing, and some charred hair.
As she's there, she also gets the heal effect too.
Yeah, that's what saved her.
Oh, come on, Cub. Let's go and fix up these our downed comrades.
That's what I'm doing.
So the bear would not fall down either. He would also be healed back on your turn.
Okay. On my when my turn comes around.
Yeah, so we can say, how long does that healing spirit last?
It's 1 minute.
Up for a minute.
So we used Silent used it once, so you could probably heal a whole bunch if y'all stay around that area.
Yeah.
Should we just all go to max health, probably? Because it would be 8 more rounds.
Yeah,
8
it's
more
limited
rounds.
to the number of uses, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Oh, there's a number of uses on it. Oh, okay. So how many uses are left on it?
Well, by turn based, since it's I have basically we've been
1
going
plus
with
your spell
zero.
casting ability modifier.
Yeah.
Plus
So it
your
only
spell-
has like another
Okay.
8 more uses.
4. Sorry, how many? 4.
Yeah, that spell didn't used to have that limitation when it was originally created.
Huh.
It was a bit broken.
So Cub, you should strategically decide who you're going to use the remaining uses on.
Let me see. Because it's 1 minute, so that's 10. You guys,
I think
all of you,
that's
that's
been used.
4. So
The
all of you
tonic
used
used
it
it.
at
Rom
least
used
twice
it.
already, right?
Yep.
So then I should have 2 more usages left after that. For my healing
2
spirit.
more or 4 more?
2 more.
What?
It's 2 more left.
It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3. So plus. So you had 1 plus modifier. So your modifier is what? 5, 6. So 1 plus your modifier equals 6. We use 3 because Tarnik, Silent, Grom, and the bear.
Grom and the bear used it, so that was 2 uses.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So it was used 4 times. And you have 6. So yeah, 2 left.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and give the last 2 to the weakest ones.
So Silent and the bear, I guess.
The bear is down. Oh, okay, so I'll roll. I'll roll for the bear.
Silent will roll for 2,
2d6 plus
4.
plus 4.
So she gets 15. Nice.
Nice.
Silent is just like, I hate this place. And she's like, gets her crossbow ready, grits her teeth, looking around, making sure nothing sneaks around. So, what do you guys do now? Now that the wraiths are gone, you have another gym
Well,
that pretty much
Grom's
starts
gonna
glowing
be
again like the
right
last
there.
one did.
I was like, I'm afraid of grabbing that last gem because of those
we
things
should
again.
strategize it.
How about you pull out that magic tent of yours and we get a bit of a rest in before we go for this 3rd one? Because I don't think we could survive another one like doing it this way. Let's take the time. Let's think about it. Let's heal up fully. Let's get all our resources back.
Pordak says, I agree.
So are we
Grumta,
gonna do like
you're
a
quiet.
full-
What's going on?
I am wondering, as I look at this door, if I cannot just bust the door down with one of these large stones and not worry about these hell-bent stones that we seem to need to conjure these spirits. As I look at, and I go over to this huge stone and I look at the door and I just weigh the idea of, can that door bear the force of the stone being thrust into it?
Now keep in mind that it's not actually wood there, it's actually also stone. So you can roll me an insight or an investigation just to...
We did get a really hefty go at it before we tried the stone thing. We rolled really well. But Grom would say,
I hope you are correct. If I can help you, I will.
I've got your inspiration. We'll start with that. So, insight, or insight, or what did you say?
Investigation.
Yeah, they're both 0. So,
Oh,
so that's okay. That's his character. That's his weakness, if you would. Before you tell me, let me see the number. What did it come through? 14. I'm gonna add my inspiration roll to that, so I have a D8 inspiration that I was given last week, and I hadn't used.
okay.
Where is it at? Where's it at? Here it is. Let's add this. That's a 7 on the die. So 21 insight.
27. Dang. You
20.
would...
No. It was a 14 insight, a 7 on my inspiration, for a total of 21.
Okay. So, with that, you can tell that it's another stone door that seems pretty thick. You are able to also see that there's other damage to it, possibly with weapons, or maybe even other battering, large cracks of battering. So you're not quite sure now, as you take assess of this, that you may be able to do it, but you can certainly try.
So this other orc, I know we have Tarnak. This other orc that I don't think we've played with him yet. I haven't played with him yet.
Yeah, Bordak.
I look at Bordak and say, "You help me. Let's tip over one of these statues and use it as a battering ram and see what damage we can do to this door."
Bordek looks over and is like, all right. Maybe if it doesn't wake another thing up, let's do it.
All right,
Grom would say,
Take the statue we've already removed the stone from.
he's going to point at this one.
Oh,
he
very
already
good.
took the stone from that. That's what unleashed the second round of spirits.
I like it.
That stone.
Okay. So you're going to use
Grom,
that
you are
statue.
wise indeed. Yep. So how do you want us to handle this?
Just roll wisdom.
Is he giving me help? Aid?
Yeah,
Giving me
I was going to
advantage,
say
or
just
is
roll
it-
advantage on your strength, athletics.
Does this look like something that if Grom helped, it would help them? Or is it kind of a two-man job?
How do
Tarnik's
you...
gone over. Tarnik's gone over to help because there's all the orcs are there.
Yeah, they already have the advantage anyway, so yeah, it probably...
So how about some music, Grom? Give us a rhythmic beat to thrum this at.
Grom is going to pull out his viol. He's going to start to strum up a rhythmic tune. An orcish tune to the best of his ability.
Cub, did you say something?
Are we doing a full rest?
Oh, not yet. You see,
Oh, yeah.
you see us. I keep forgetting his name. Me and this other orc. We grabbed one of those statues. We kind of have it under our arms, and we're doing a 1, a 2, a 3, and then we're gonna thrust this statue into the door to see if we can bust through the door without doing the third stone.
All right.
All right, you ready?
You hear Grom's hooves clicking on the stone floor as he dances.
All right, I'm gonna roll with advantage. Here we go. Click. 25.
25. All right. Roll me a... let me see. Give me 1 second here. All right. Roll me a 3d8.
3d8s. 1, 2, 3. Roll. That is 16.
Oh, right on the dot. So 16, the statue shatters, at least the top of it, depending if you hit by foot or head. It shatters in that area and spills onto the floor. However, the actual wall itself, the stone door, you see it chip very little. Makes another crack that seems to fit in like the rest over time.
I looked at Tarnak. What is your counsel, amazing one?
Tarnik looks back at the group and says, I think we need all our group together. I don't think we're going to do this otherwise. So maybe we should take that rest. Try and get some strength back.
Let's see. Yeah, so y'all decide if you wish to rest or not. That brings up a good point. I gotta look at.
So if we rest, Grom, the only thing Grom will get back is his bardic inspiration, which is not nothing. I'm just saying that that's really the only resource Grom would get back for a short rest.
You could use hit dice if you needed it.
Actually, that's true. It's actually really true. Let me see. I didn't think about that. I have all my hit dice to spend.
Who has the actual gem at the moment, though? Is that you,
Grom
or-
does. The second one. The first one is already in the door. The second one, Grom is holding on to.
Yep.
It would get me health, but no spells. What Grom really needs are spell slots. He's almost out of spell slots. But spending hit dice would get hit points. And that would be good, because Grom is at 2 health right now.
Tarnik is holding his last 3 spell slots for Divine Smite on the Necromancer.
That's a good idea. Grom has a level 1 spell slot still, and he has a, let me see here. I think I have a level 2. Nope, I'm out of level 2 slots, but I have 2 level 3 slots, which I was hoping to save for Necromancer. I could use,
Well, first of all, we are taking a short rest.
I think that's what we're deciding. We're trying to decide if we should.
Yeah,
It would
it's a shorter
allow
round.
Grom to regain hit points, and I would regain Bardic Inspiration, which wouldn't be nothing. That would not be a bad thing. It could go either way, because if we wait here for an hour, Grom is actually okay. So Grom's gonna say this.
I am worried. If we wait an hour, more might come. Reinforcements. I feel that time may be on our side here. They may not have expected us to get this far. If I were our enemy, I would be gathering reinforcements to attack us even now.
This is not an
Have you
enemy.
forgotten?
This is a test.
Or
This is a rite of passage. It's not an enemy thing. We have to prove ourselves that we're worthy to get through the door. I don't
But to
think
this
anything's coming to attack us.
To this necromancer, we
Cubs
represent
magic
his
house.
end.
And I'm like, hello, have you guys forgotten that if we do our rest, I can create a space in which we can be invisible for the enemy's eyes?
I think this mist will see us enter it. There will be no secret then. They see everything.
This is what Grom thinks. I don't actually know if that's true, but I think that's what Grom thinks.
Is the mist getting thicker in here?
It is not,
No.
but you will go ahead and roll me a perception.
Which way are you looking this time, Tarnik? Oh, he's just sort of looking around.
Ooh.
I can't see.
So let's see. Was a
Give my
10?
guidance.
You
I provide guidance.
Well, this one was just because nobody would nobody would know if he was trying anything. This is just regular. Yeah. So, what's your passive perception?
Passive, 11.
Okay, so 10, 11. So don't get details. So as you are here, for some reason your mind just wanders, and suddenly you see what seems to be like maybe a floating entity in black robes somewhere else. Somewhere where it's like a chamber. Perhaps something like a black box somewhere. But there is, beyond the walls, it seems that there's like something that falls like a pit. But there's also pillars in circular, pretty much concentric circles around this area where you see this. Then you see what you can see, a young, maybe? You can't really tell with the vision, but maybe a female, possibly a female orc, standing behind this figure. And then your vision vanishes. And then you're back, and everybody's just doing the same that we're doing.
Is there someone here?
What do you mean?
What's going on? I could have sworn I saw another shadow. Could have sworn I saw another figure walking.
We're gonna have to kill him.
There's no one here but us.
Great, we're losing our so-called divine. Put him down.
I missed half of that, Cub.
So I said that you're going insane.
I wouldn't say insane. I think it's this fog and mist and this necromancer playing tricks on us. But still, can't shake this feeling that there's something watching us.
Oh, and
Grom is gonna walk.
yeah, I was gonna ask, are you doing anything else with that stone, Grom, or just holding it?
Well, right now he's holding it, but he's gonna walk up to Tarnik, and he's gonna kind of say to Tarnik, you know, as he walks past me, he's gonna say,
Well, Commander, what's our next move?
but as he does that, he's gonna kind of just look around and look at the stone. He's just looking for some clues, maybe looking for something to give them an edge or an advantage. He thinks that there's an obvious thing here where when you take a stone, two spirits appear and attack us. And he's just like looking for a deeper.
Oh yeah, you rolled
pattern.
with that insight. I would say that you've gotten one stone, but two spirits have appeared for every stone you've gotten.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Well, we got the first one, and then we took out the second one, and we got attacked by those second two. But Grom is looking for like, I don't know, like I'm wondering if Grom is noticing a pattern that like is not so evident as that, you know, like.
the only pattern
So
that
does
you
he
would have
notice-
noticed is that the second ones that appeared were a bit more powerful than the first ones.
Well, he's gonna share that with the group.
I did notice
One
those
more
second
question.
spirits seemed more powerful.
Go ahead, Cub. I think you said something.
Who else is still hurt right now?
Grom's at 2 hit points.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty much everyone.
All right.
What
I
color
got-
is this gem right? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use the last of my Bomb of the Summer Court. So whoever wants it can get one additional 1d6 healing.
Everyone gets a 1d6.
Only 3. Only 3 people can have. So whoever wants to have one person can have a 1d6. One for each.
Who are the most injured among us right now?
It's not me.
You and Silent.
Silent, possibly. Yeah, Silent would be at 24 right now.
Grom, you said you
I'm
were
at
at 2?
49.
I'm at 2 hit
Crag?
points.
What's Crag at?
Crag is at 9 hit points.
So then I'll give it to you, Silent, and the bear.
Okay.
And how many hit points does she get? Dice roll?
Let's see.
Is it a straight d6 roll?
So it's gonna be 4, 4, and a 6. So you can divide that, and then plus 4. So it's gonna be basically 8, 8, and 10.
I'll just take an 8.
So you can divide that among who wants to have the most.
I took
Brom will take the 10.
Yeah.
And then I'll give 8 to the bear.
And then
So
go
it's-
ahead and also give yourself 1 temporary hit point.
Oh, everybody? Or are those 3, you mean?
Out of those 3 that I healed.
Gotcha.
All right.
As I'm doing that, I'm just like, it's like I'm tapped out on this one. It's like anyone else that needs another? Anyone else that needs still hurt?
How many hit points does Silent have right now? Does it look like?
Oh, it was that one. It brought her up to 32 now.
Brom is gonna give himself then. He's actually gonna use his last first level spell to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Oh, if you're that hurt, I can do Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. He'll use it. So 17. Okay, that's good. All right, that brought me up to max. Back to max with 1 temp hit point.
Alright, what about the bear?
The bear is at 17.
Okay.
17 of, here I can tell you what his max is. His max is 35, so he's at 17 out of 35.
Alright. There you go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then one more.
That gets him up to max. So Crag is at max.
It's like,
It's me.
start sniffing.
GM, what color is that gem that Grom is holding right now? That second gem.
It's also a purplish, sort of bluish tint color that is emanating.
He's gonna look really close at it, like hold it right up to his eyes and be like,
What is going on here?
and just like take a really close look at it.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
I think he would be looking just for maybe like to see if it's like if he sees anything in it. Maybe he'll shake it and hold it up to his ear, see if it's making any noise.
Anything affected with magic? Grom?
He tried to identify on one of them before, and he didn't really get much. Maybe he could try to identify as a ritual spell. Maybe it'd be worth it, actually. Okay, you know what? He is going to look at it and try.
Send it over to me. I'll do the Arcana check, inspect it.
Okay. He's going to hand it to... well, here, let him take a quick, close look and listen to it, and then he'll hand it over. But then he's going to start ritual casting Identify. Take 10 minutes.
So there's my
23. I don't know if your connection is kind of off again, but every now and then you're breaking up. Not as bad as usual, but
okay. Give me a second. All right. I'll be right back real quick.
Okay.
And Grom, roll on trying to see inside of it and listen to it really closely.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, as far as you see inside of it, nothing actually that you can penetrate your vision through. It's very bright once you hold it really close, and it's nothing rattling inside. It's just completely quiet and silent. It's like a solid object, basically.
Oh, go ahead, sir. Okay. If he does a ritual cast Identify, does this reveal anything out of the ordinary?
I think from the last that I gave you, this for the most, it'll compared to what last time you were able to read from it, is the same thing, just about, as far as possibly holding memories, as you see a memory of a warrior fighting, holding off undead, and then going down. It's a little bit different from the last one.
Gotcha.
Maybe something else that would probably be is that it's attuned to the 6 shields of Dorgoth, which were ancient champions, are Gorgon, and it's just basically a spiritual locking mechanism. It protects sacred inner chambers. That's possibly all you would be able to read from it, unless you did something stronger that you can think of. Like, you've heard of spells like Legend Lore or things similar to that.
Nothing like that, I'm afraid. In that case, he would just kind of shake his head and he would say,
"Nothing new. It just is it's like a door lock, basically, attuned to the 6 shields of Dorgoth. And it's just memories and a door mechanism. Nothing to help us."
Basically, sacred fragment of warrior's essence, pretty much.
Yeah, he'll repeat that to the group. And then he's gonna walk up to the door and see if the...
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, put that in. Put the lock in. And then I'll talk
He's gonna walk up. He wants to look and see what happened to the first stone he put in the door. If it has changed or if he can still see it there.
He can still see it there. Nothing much changed. It's just now flush with the stone door within that opening that fits perfectly with it. That groove.
He's gonna... So, and then you said there are 3 grooves altogether?
Yeah, which 2 are now left empty.
Okay, well, he's gonna go ahead and slide this one into the bottommost groove.
Okay. And you see it slides in perfectly snug, and with that, you hear a little bit of a clink once again, somewhere within the stone door.
We need the third stone. There's no way around it.
He's gonna like throw up his hands in like frustration. You see his hands go up in the air.
Grom, can you... I was thinking we need an edge on our next pick. Which one of these statues, which one of these memories is going to be the safest for us? Can you, like, do that thing you do with...
So, in other words, cast Identify on the statues.
Yeah. If he does that, it'll take 40 minutes to do it on every single one. He's like,
do we have time? Maybe the rest of you should take a short rest while I do this.
You think... What do you think, Grunther?
I'm ready to go now. I'm sick of this waiting.
I'm ready,
But I respect that other people have injuries that need to be tended to.
Yes.
I'm just impatient.
Yes.
I'm just going to start the first Identify spell on this statue. The gem on the statue.
Okay.
Grunthar will sit down and pull out his whetstone and start sharpening his axe.
Tarnik will wander amongst the other statues and try and see if there's any slight differences that would make him think, oh, maybe we should be doing this one.
All right. As far as to the naked eye, it's very hard to see any differentiation except for they just look somewhat different in appearance as far as facial features. But they all seem to be about the same in class and stature. You can go ahead and roll me, it'd be a pretty high DC roll, but you can go ahead and roll me a investigation or perception roll, Tarnik.
Well, considering his perception has just been absolutely useless, I'm going to roll investigation without modifiers rather than the +1. That doesn't matter.
Oh, he's 7. Yep, he sees nothing
I
different.
think he needs an eye test.
Yes. Nothing different.
Okay. Brom is gonna say something.
I have an idea. Cub.
Oh, you just keep
You could-
identifying.
You could put your shelter up right beside this statue. Everyone else split up, one in each corner. These things attack who's holding the gem and then they flee to the corners. But suppose I hide in the shelter and then take the gem. Maybe they will not see me and go harmlessly to the corners, allowing you to dispatch them with attacks first. Perhaps this is a strategy that could work.
And then, oh, so Cub, you're back?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so before all that, we're just gonna retro a little bit. That is happening, but from the gym with the Arcana check that you roll, you would also maybe a little bit somehow with the Arcana that you know, you would probably know that these gems weren't forged by mortal hands, made from a ritual that bound fragments of warrior souls into the gems upon their death. This is what you can tell, maybe from different histories or studying. You can tell that these echoes were not meant to be awakened, but from what you can learn just studying it, this energy, what it feels like to you is that something has stirred them. Aside from that, just from Arcana, that's the only other difference you would be able to read aside from the Identify spell. But anyway, now that's what had happened before Grom put the stone into the lock, and now we're in the present time.
Cyrix, where are you? Come and help me look at this thing. Cyrix? Has anyone seen Cyrix?
I'm just gonna look around.
No. I figured Cyrix was hiding.
Yes, but she normally comes back out by now. I'm worried.
True.
Silent is like, I think Cyrix is gone.
I'm just gonna call Silent over.
Silent, come here. Tell me if you can tell me anything about these gems. Do you know of anything?
She looks at them
Must find an advantage.
and she's like, not from elven culture. I don't think I know anything of it. I'm sorry.
It is okay. Neither do I.
He's gonna pat her on the head.
And she's gonna pat the bear. Alright. And so you were doing a ritual while you were asking Cub if you wanted to do the invisible tint.
Yes.
That's Grom's best idea. Is to maybe try to trick these things. Maybe they have like a pattern that maybe they'll skip if Grom's holding the gem and is in the hidey hole. Maybe they'll skip over him and go right to the corners, allowing you guys to get a round of attacks in on them before they make an attack. That's Grom's only idea.
Okay. Is that what everybody wants to do?
Grom is definitely open to any other suggestions.
I'm okay
It's a very
with the
rudimentary idea.
Do what now?
Yeah.
I'm okay with the idea.
Okay. All right, then. Well, then you can go ahead and cast your tint by that statue, and if anybody wants
I'm just
to...
going to tell Silent to take Crag down to the bottom left corner and stay with him.
You take Crag down there.
This corner right here.
You two there.
Yeah.
Huh, okay. Okay. Bam, right there. Bears all. She comforts it. Alrighty.
Oh wait. All right, and then where do you need me to go?
You should be in the bottom right corner. The last two, they stayed in the top right and the top right and the bottom right. Is that what the previous two did, or was there a difference? I think it was the same.
Yeah, they just appeared here, and then they moved. Actually, maybe a little higher up, and then they moved. One moved, and then the other one moved to the bottom where Cub is. The other one moved to the top where Hordak is. Or around that area.
Grimthar and whoever else is available should position themselves right where they usually appear, because they could get an attack of opportunity on them as they try to fly toward me, maybe. This is what Grom would say.
I think I'm positioned where I remember them appearing. Very close to here.
Good. Yeah, I'll stand next to you.
I think there's no guarantee they would appear in the same spot, though.
No, but
I hope they will repeat the previous methodology.
if they...
All right, Cub, where does your shelter... What are the boundaries of your shelter? Where are you putting it?
Let me see. The shelter has I believe it's a 30-foot radius.
Good lord.
Let me
You should center it right where Grom is right now. I think. Well, let me 5, 10, 15. How tall is it when you make? How tall does it stand?
So let's see. It's a
sphere.
30-foot radius sphere of magic that appears at the center point that Total cover blocks the sphere. While within the sphere, you and allies gain a +5 bonus to dexterity stealth and wisdom perception checks. Any light and open flame in the sphere, a campfire torch is visible on the outside. The sphere vanishes at the end of the rest or when you leave the sphere.
But you would have to stay in it too. So the top right corner would be a good place for you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not the bottom right.
Yeah.
Because we would need you to stay in the sphere.
Yep. So I would need to be right there.
Yeah.
And we can see out of it, can't we?
Oh, yes. Actually, that's a good place for Tarnik to be in.
Yeah. Oh, you won't see anything in it. People
No,
that-
out of it. If I'm inside
but
it,
like,
can I
if
see
you're inside
everything
it,
outside
you can
it?
see anything from the outside, but if we're outside, then you can't see anything inside of the sphere.
So, but if they enter the sphere, is there anything to keep them from entering it? Do they have to make a save or anything?
It says it's only if it goes while within the sphere, you and allies. It's a 6th level. Invoke a shadowy power, glooming court at the start of the rest. It's basically only for the people that I allow it, that allows to be in that sphere, or that allows to be in there.
I'm just wondering what would happen if they tried to enter it. Like, what if they flew
Let's
into
see.
it? What
Let
would
me
happen?
let me see what happens.
Well, they won't do anything much, or they can't really do.
Surely they could, in theory.
Because I don't know, it would be similar. Let me see.
Like, it just basically helps us. It's kind of like a tiny hut, but it gives us the warning. It provides us the warning of enemy attacks.
Okay.
So if they enter
yeah.
it,
And they can't
if
see
they-
y'all, but it does not create a physical barrier like that tiny hut one does. So, yeah, it's not a, yeah, so they can't enter it, but it's not the same as the tiny hut. It doesn't create a physical barrier.
a
So,
warning. It's just
yeah.
a warning.
Here's,
But it
here's
makes
what might
them
happen.
But like I said, it makes us invisible. So anything in that third sphere is basically invisible to them.
So we should move it
I'm
up
just-
a little bit. Go ahead.
I'm just reading it, and it says provides total cover. Is that right?
Total cover blocks the sphere.
Oh, okay. So, I'm guessing all those
Wait a minute, hold
statues
it.
would
If it
block
provides total cover, then maybe we should munchkin it. No, hold on.
No, it says
If it
total
provides-
cover blocks the sphere. So like if there's like let's say basically here, let me get the ruler out so I can tell you.
Does that
So
mean
it
we
would
can't
bounce-
cast it in here?
It would end at the wall, basically.
So like if it was aimed at the wall like this, or see where the line of the wall is, like
Yeah.
this is considered total cover.
Yeah.
This won't face
Oh.
through or anything like that.
It won't face
Yeah.
through it.
It's just gonna be
what-
like squishing a ball.
Okay, what about this, guys? Okay, what if we what if they show up and they cast another fireball? I was gonna say maybe we should all gather around. Grom can still thing here. They'll fly in. They will not see anyone there. But if they fly toward that statue and then they enter it, boom! All of a sudden, there's 4 of us right there, and we jump on them. Or they cast a fireball and they take us all out. I think it's better maybe if Grom's up here. I think this is best. And actually, I'm going to change my mind. I think Silent should also be inside of it. I think Silent should be right here and ready to make an attack of opportunity when they fly past. Actually,
I think everyone should be in it.
Crag should be
Bulldog.
right there.
The Drake.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's better because then we at least maybe have an element of surprise, maybe. Okay.
And Bordak would be, I guess.
I kind of think he should be maybe he should be right near Grom, because if they do fly right to Grom, My hope is that they won't be able to see us. They'll fly through and provoke like 3 attacks of opportunity. And then by the time they reach Grom, Bordak could waylay them. So maybe Bordak should be like right here, actually. To increase the odds that they'll fly by him as well. What do you guys think? And then Cub is back the backup. In case they fly to the corner behind us.
Alright.
Alright.
Alrighty then.
Are you guys ready for Grom to snatch the stone?
Snatch
No,
the
but
frickin'
what?
stone already.
Alright. Grom is going to snatch stone.
Alright.
So am I doing the thing again or no?
First you do want to cast the hiding place. Then you would want to snatch the stone.
Okay. Hiding place would be up. Everybody in their positions. And you.
Once it's up, he's going to look at Cub and he's going to nod his head like, good.
Now, above table, we didn't take a short rest, correct? We did not take one.
Correct.
No.
We did not.
Okay.
All right. If everyone's ready, Grom's snatching the stone. Are you all ready?
Alrighty.
This weekend, eh?
So you snatch the stone. It's a bit different compared to the others. Dust lifts from the floor in a spiral, and the air pulses with a spiritual heat, like embers trapped in a grave. And then a chill settles over the room. And you hear a deep, echoing voice that fills the chamber. It says, "The living reach for what was sealed in flame. But fire forgets no oath. I stood where gods turned away and kin betrayed kin. You seek my stone, then face my fury, and prove you are not the scavengers that came before." And then the one that you grabbed the stone from, you see all the other statues, for the most part, become cracked. They crack across the chest, and they seem to glow with radiant red vines, and then they burst and fall in dust. And aside from that, when the statues are gone, including the one that was rammed against the door, you feel that chill still lingering in the room.
Grom's going to look around very cautiously.
As he's looking
He's going
around.
to sprint for the door. He's going to sprint.
He's going to sprint for the door?
He's going to try to beat
Okay.
whatever calamity's about to happen. He wants to beat it to the door.
All right. So, okay,
Yeah.
so you're moving toward the door? Go ahead and move
As
toward
fast
it.
as he can. In the straightest line.
And then stop right there.
Right there? Okay.
So when you go right there, you hear another voice again. It says, "The first challenger. Excellent." And with that, you see a being appear in front of you. A fiery, glowing orc. Seems to be a battle-hardened warrior holding a fiery, bluish, flaming sword. His eyes blazing blue as well, looking at you. Not quite as transparent as the others. And with that, go ahead and roll initiative.
All of us?
Everybody can. But he is
Right.
closer to Grom.
Apparently, I was looking the other way.
And that's the flip.
Again, I'm blue. I see everyone else is great. I don't know. Are all mine just blue for me?
It's my camp thing. I don't
No,
if
no, no.
it's still active.
Why does
I mean, in roll 20. Did you get mine? I don't know why you don't get my initiative rolls.
I see initiative of 3.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Why isn't it letting me? It doesn't let me roll the. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it using. I'll just have to roll 2. Never mind.
I'm gonna free action to say something.
That's not a good one. Sure. Okay.
He's gonna cry out.
Wait. No. We serve Ganache. We're here to help you. We're gonna destroy this necromancer.
It says, "Then prove yourself." And he lifts his sword. And with that being said, we will go ahead and go with this one for now. But where's the encounter thing? I think Tarnik is first. Tarnik, you are go. Followed by Cub.
Excellent. Well, Tarnik will run over. It's only 30 feet to there, so get over there. And strike out at this new foe.
He quickly snaps his head over to the new target that appears around to the left of Grom. And that is a 14.
Guessing not.
14 will slash at it, but completely moves out of the way, sidesteps.
Oh. I just realised I've got Heroic Inspiration and Bardic Inspiration. Am I able to use either of those?
Yes.
Yeah, you're heroic. Heroic? Really? Usually that's for humans.
Well, humans can get it in the beginning, but anybody can usually get heroic inspiration.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, William gave it to me for something, I can't remember what. So what does that actually do for me? Does that let me re-roll?
Yeah, basically you should be able to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Try that again. Oh no, that's much worse.
It seems
So
like you're going to miss the
14.
first time around, but you tried to swing up and recorrect, but he sidesteps again and looks at you with a baffled look. What is this? Orcs have lost the way of the warrior.
I'm still getting used to this one. I just picked it up today.
Yeah, that's about all he can do.
Okay. Cub, you will go followed by Varnik. Oh, Cub?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say is you're next, and then followed by Varnik. So.
Okay. We only have to deal with the one, right?
So far, that's all you see. Yep, just him glaring at Tarnik.
So far, so good.
Let's see here.
Alright. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I will cast Moonbeam right on top of him, or as long as no one's around him.
Well, so far you got Tarnik and Grom around him.
So then I guess I will cast it right at the door here, or so, in this area.
Right there?
So that way.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let me see here.
Munchkin it.
Munchkin it again.
Munchkin it on him.
Moonbeam. Alright. And that only affects until his on his next turn, right?
Yes.
Alright. So somewhere around here.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Moonbeam activated.
And that will be it.
Alright. Well then, we'll go to Varnik, followed by Bordak next, and then after him it'll be Grom. So Varnik will take... Go ahead and roll the Moonbeam damage.
Okay. Oh, did he fail?
Oh, what does he roll?
16 Constitution.
Oh, okay. 16 Constitution. Let's go ahead and roll that. He definitely fails.
Yes. Hey, I'll take more failing damages than saves. Ooh, beautiful.
Radiance.
13 radiant.
The radiance.
So as I go, may the merciful light of the moon embrace you.
And he looks over and says, with his angry voices, "To the 9 hells with the moon." And we'll take his turn. And, ooh. Let me see something here. I gotta read. He actually has combat tactics. Does anybody bear divine symbols besides probably Cub? Do you bear divine symbols? But who all bears divine symbols?
Tarnik has the new armor. I don't know what symbols are on that.
Ooh, that
Not
would
really.
probably bear the divine symbol of
Lasara, I'm guessing.
Lasara.
We'll have basically a little small totem charm of the goddess Zotia.
Okay. How about Grom?
I don't think Grom would have any religious symbols on him. I don't think.
Okay. So he will look, and for the most part, he can see that. Oh yeah, he gets a 23 perception, so he would look at Tarnik first, considering him to be a better match than Grom. He will turn to you and will test the circumstances here first. So he will attempt to attack you with his great blade of flame. I'm assuming that does not hit with a 11.
11 will not hit, no.
All right.
22.
In that case, he swings, he swings back the other way. Oh my lord! 14.
Not just. I think you need to go back and learn how to use your weapons.
So I haven't used them in a few years. And that will go to Bardak.
I'll give it to them.
He has to go on the other side. There we go. So Bordak will go ahead and dunk. Slashes. That one hits. That one hits. That one hits. That one does not hit. 3 land. Slashing into this transparent figure. Do that one again. And then that one again. Oh my god, stop spinning. There we go. Alright. Quite a bit of damage. There we go. Oh Lord. This is interesting. Everybody's... Okay. Grom. Followed by Grumthar.
Okay. Brom is going
Step out
to
of the way.
look at this guy in the eyes, and he's gonna like get this look on his face of like disbelief, and he's gonna kind of lean forward and clench his fist, and he's going to say,
Why do you fight? To protect the one who destroyed you and your comrades? What do you think they would think of you?
and he's gonna kind of lean in as that moonbeam is reflecting in his eyes. He's gonna say,
Defending the sanctum of your enemy. Disgraceful.
he's gonna try to intimidate him. That's what he's trying to do. I think.
Go ahead and roll
Maybe it would be
me-
it might be, I guess it depends on what you would call it. Might be a persuasion or an intimidate. Something. He's trying to get him to stand down.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation.
All right, here we go.
So that is a 14. You can go ahead and roll another one.
Here we go. One more.
All right, so 15. So with that, he just looks at you, doesn't really turn away, doesn't feel too intimidated. At least that's what you're picking up on. As he glares at the party combining together.
Grumthar from behind you, Grom, you'd hear, I suggest you get out of my way! As he starts to do a war cry.
Then I guess for Grom's movement, he's going to take a 5-foot step this way. If he does that, will he get in the moonbeam? Is that a thing?
I was just reading that. It looks like Moonbeam's only a 5-foot cylinder, not 10-foot.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's a 5 foot.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Oh, in that
That's what it
case,
says.
Grom should be able to avoid the moonbeam. It seems like. But if he would not be stepping into the moonbeam, he would take a 5-foot step this way, basically. And that's all he would have.
So you could put that Moonbeam right on.
Yeah,
top
because
of
that's the regular template for the spell is 10. I don't know.
I'm just going by what Cupboard put up here. 120 feet, cylinder, 5 feet.
Well, that would be the end of Grom's turn.
Okay.
Assuming he wouldn't be stepping into the moonbeam, he would step there to try to avoid the attack of opportunity, basically.
That's
Start
strange.
stepping away.
Okay, yeah, it is 5-foot radius. I don't know why it's at 10 foot. It's crazy. Guess maybe somebody messed up on that template. Alrighty. So you move here. And you see Varnick glare, but seems to be satisfied with your movement. Concentrating.
Could I make it a thematic thing where Grom kind of glares at him and then steps aside barely as Grimthar comes charging forward past him?
Sure. As Varnick locks eyes with Grumthar, nodding. Go ahead, Grumthar. You are now next, sir.
As he runs, axe in one hand and longsword in the other, he rushes forward. But just as he gets to about 10 feet out, he drops his axe, he drops his longsword, and he tackles this guy, pinning him, hoping to pin him to the ground and hold his head in the moonbeam. So,
let's see here what he has. One second on his. All right, so it's going to be contested then. So I rolled me.
I'll be raging. Yeah, I am raging, by the way, right? So I would have, I believe, advantage on my. Well, so it depends on which rules you use, right? So is it a contest? Is it a contest? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, strength versus strength.
All right. 27.
21. So you are able to grab him. You grapple him.
Is it? All right. So, and so, I don't know the interaction with this. With my two attacks, can I grapple him and throw him to the ground? Like I described, right? I want to hold his head in the moonbeam.
Hold
as
his
he's
head.
prone. As he's prone on the ground.
I would say that would be probably another contestant roll because it would have to be another attack because yeah, you're trying to hold him in there. So,
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
So that one.
Not nearly as good. It's only a 15.
And that's a 14.
Grom
so you
would
are
watch.
able to prone him.
I just picture his hands around his neck as he's forcing him to the ground, his head in the moonbeam. Die, you abomination!
And he
Go
will
back to the hell from which you came.
Using the moonbeam as a.
And it says, I come from no hell. Now I got you all where I want you. And he will use a legendary action to do Flame Whale. And a burning scream emanates from him. All creatures within 15 feet. Go ahead and roll me a Wisdom DC 15 save.
Wisdom.
So,
Do we still get the advantage?
Gromnak, you get +4.
And yeah,
plus-
with a +4, and you could take the advantage.
All right.
Does it stun?
Okay. Here we go.
Wow. Amazing.
Okay. I made it.
All right. So,
Does it
I
stun?
don't know what happened. By half damage.
so out of 27, do what now?
Does it do a stun effect?
No. No stun effect. Yeah. So, it's just basically if you fail, you take the full 27 damage, which will be 9 of it is fire. The other one would be psychic. And anyone who did fail would have a frightened condition until the end of their next turn.
I passed it.
Try to intimidate us, try to scare us. Ha! We are the chosen of Ganache. We are Bazgoth.
I heard, how much damage did we taken?
It was 9 fire and 18 psychic if you failed, but you can half that if you passed.
Yeah.
So 9 fire.
So then that's 4 fire and 9
14?
psychic.
13?
13.
Alright. And then, with that, we will go to Silent, who will go ahead and...
Okay, I got the saving throw.
That would be 4 damage. Yes, everybody sees a arrow just kind of swingle on by through everybody.
And
Did it hit him?
this-
I got the
He-
concentration saving throw, so the moon
He is-
stand.
He is prone, so he should have advantage on melee attacks, but disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Oh yeah, she has disadvantage on there, didn't she? Let's go ahead and re-roll that one. Nope, she still would have had. She still would have hit. That would have been a nice one, though. She would have gotten a crit. All right. At the end of her turn, before going to Tarnik, he will use his other legendary, and you see him retreats briefly into the walls, incorporeal movement, and he vanishes into the wall currently. And for now.
Is he able to slip, like he slips out of the grapple, or he like is
he just turns
incorporeal?
into an incorporeal movement, and then he's able to slip into the wall. He loses all, like, I guess, actual tangible hold.
Gotcha.
So basically, Gromthar just kind of squeezes himself as he vanishes from his hands.
Yeah, he wouldn't be very happy.
So right now,
Ram is just going to look down. He's going to turn to Tarnik, who's kind of standing across from him. He's going to say,
I hope that after my death, I don't turn into a piece of crap like that guy. Guarding my own enemy.
and then Tarnik, you hear that, but it's your go, sir. Which
Coward! You're nothing but a coward, running away. You have no honor. You are useless. You are a disgrace to all kind.
can
just
Grom
yelling
toss
at
Tarnik
the
the
gem.
gem automatically? We can use it on his turn.
possibly on his turn, yeah. He could technically do that.
Well, I
have
mean,
to
like,
catch it.
could he do it like on this turn? Could he toss it to Tarnik so Tarnik could use it on his turn? It's he couldn't really do it. It's just
Tarnik
for
will walk
thematics.
over next to you,
Okay.
so you can just pass it to him. Tarnik doesn't trust
He's
his
gonna-
hands to catch it.
He's gonna. Grom would hold out the gem, kind of like palm open, and then he would look Tarnik in the eye and he would say, "Let's finish it."
Tarnik grabs the gem and shoves it roughly into the last slot.
And as you shoot it into the next slot, you hear laughter and says, "So you call me without honor, but you do not wish to partake in the challenge. What orcs do I fight?" And he will appear right here, behind, well, to the side, actually, I guess, of Grom. And says,
There you are,
"No,
coward.
The power will not let you through. Not until you complete the challenge. Now I see that you are unworthy."
You ran away, not me. You are the one that's not worthy.
It seems that I also fight with fools who do not know about strategy. And he will do nothing because he's not his. That was his at the end of. That would be technically at the end of Tarnik, so that's his last movement he can do. If that was your end, because following up would be cut.
Yeah. Yep.
That's turn. And can Grom say a free action?
Sure.
He's gonna look this guy in the eyes and he's gonna say,
I repeat myself, guarding your enemy. I hope I don't turn out like you.
he's gonna say it with some disgust, like genuine disgust.
And currently, he just looks at you. Can't do nothing else right now, but
It's fine. Grom's just talking smack. Just talking smack.
go ahead, Cub.
I'm moving the moonbeam and landing it right on top.
All right. Boom. Oh,
That being said,
Why does
this
it
is
do that?
actually an interesting thing. Grom is listening to an orc. He's listening to an orc argue about like honor and strategy, which is actually very interesting. Even Tarnik disapproves of this orc's tactics he's used, which makes Grom think, this is interesting.
all right. Mr. Cub, you have it on top of him. Anything else from you, sir?
That's it.
All right. In that case, it would go back to his stuff recharges, and we're back on Varnick. Varnick will
A Constitution saving throw.
do. No. Go ahead and roll damage.
Could not let me have that 10. I had a perfect 10 and a 9. That'd have been perfect 19 damage.
A copy of the last 13 radiant damage. All right. This time he will look over at Grom and says, I do not speak to cows. Move aside and let the true warriors through. And he will proceed to attack. See how he does again.
I feel like thematically, this is a very big moment for Grom. Grom is seeing this orc and this like, this orc is attacking. He heard Tarnik talking some smack on this orc, and he's just like, this is a very strange situation. And he's gonna go to a very primal place, and he's gonna try to block the blows with his horns, like his people used to do.
Nice.
In the field. Not that it's gonna stop anything. He has 11 armor class, but
Oh gosh, okay.
I'm just saying that's how it looks.
So he
thematic.
tried to go in there, but he sidesteps and gets the uppercut of the sword, actually, thrusting up into the chest of Tarnik, or Grom. You take 17 damage. And then you are set on
You are a coward, aren't you?
You are set on
You are a coward.
fire for 14 fire damage.
The 17 would put me down.
Oh, okay.
I'm at 0.
Ooh.
So thematically, I would say Grom grabs a hold of the blade and he would kind of sink to his knees and look up, and he tries to get one more lick in with some smack talk, but the moonbeam and the fire flickering his eyes, his strength ebbs out, and then he slumps over.
He just kicks you over down, says, "Begone, filthy animal. Now, let the adults play. Come on, cowards." And he will, once that's done, he will do his movement, and he will probably go over here, since he was the first target.
Attack.
Yes.
All right, I will take initiative on that. Where is it?
Yes, I will take a drink of water. What the heck?
Oh. I'm trying to.
Do you have it equipped?
All the attack. That
Yeah, I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's weird. Might have to right click on it and see if the dialog box pops.
there it is. Oh, come on!
You try to swing and you hit the side of the wall instead. And don't go all the way through. It makes a nice clicking noise though.
Alright, that's it then.
Alright, so that takes us to Mr. Bordak, which he'll step over the body of Grom for now. Try to shield him, I guess. And he will... So all those, except for one, will hit. So, doom. That's 14. So that's 41. All right. Which after his turn, Varnick will go ahead and probably he's just gonna focus on Tarnick this time. Go ahead and try to strike him for one of his legendaries. Unable to get through his metal. You feel the metal of the sword, but it doesn't penetrate. Which brings us now to Grom. I guess you roll a death save.
Oh. All right, his
Tonical.
first one.
Lady Lasara projects us. You should understand. Ganosh is on our side.
So, am I getting advantage on this roll?
Ah, you know what? I think I should work with death saves. I said skills and saves, right? So yeah, that would be a regular save. So yeah, you can get advantage.
And you have plus
Heck yeah.
4. Because
Oh, heck yeah.
Tarnick's
here we go.
aura.
Here we go, rolling with advantage. Okay. The first one. Shabam.
All right, which brings us to Mr. Grum. Oh, wait. So that would be the end of your turn. He's going to get ahead and use a second legendary to try to get to Gromthar this time. 24 toward Gromthar.
To hit, yes.
So that would be 17 slashing damage,
Okay.
and then 9 fire damage.
9 fire.
Yes.
Okay.
And then that will
Okay.
bring us to Gromthar. You are next, as he looks at you with the challenge in his eyes. Come. Let's do worthy battle. None of these cheap. And then he looks over and then says, fight with blades.
So I pick up my weapons. Drop. So I don't know. Does it take an action for me to pick up both those weapons? It might.
I don't think it takes an action, yeah, from what I read, which is weird. Because you
Okay.
disarm people strange. So go ahead.
I pick up my weapons and taste the full fury, and I leave myself open to attack and attack recklessly, and start swinging my weapons with reckless abandon. And so get here. 1. That was the battle axe. For 9, and then I get the 2d6 frenzy. 2d6 frenzy. 1, 2. Roll. Another 7 on top of that. Second
Okay.
swing with the longsword. 19 to hit.
19 will slash right into him.
All right, and that is for no. Oh, the wrong button. Sorry. This number. So 10 points of slashing, and then
Alright.
back to the battle axe. 28 for 13. And then back to the longsword.
And actually, you don't need to. At that point, you see him flicker and fall to his knees and drop his weapon. And the room rumbles as you do this. And he puts his both hands on the one knee that's still up, the other one bent, and says, "Ugh. Narot is a warrior. Good. You are worthy to enter the chambers where our dead are honored. The catacombs beyond, the sacred gowns of the orcs. Those who are worthy may enter." And he stands up and looks at you, Grumthar. And with that, unless somebody does anything else, he leaves his weapon on the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say thematically. I said because I was thinking of grabbing his weapon. I said, "Well, aberration, you have no need for this weapon." And I take his weapon and I stow my axe and where his weapon, and I try to merge it with my grandfather's weapon.
As you try to do that,
that?
you notice that
Yeah.
the weapon will not actually move from the ground when it says, "That weapon I was buried with, but you have earned the right to enter the catacombs." It says, "And because you are worthy." He stares at the weapons that you are carrying, and it says, well, actually, who's holding the stone currently? It was put in, right?
It was put in.
It's in the
yeah.
door.
Okay, the door will start creaking open as it glows and turns its purplish bluish color. And while this is happening, go ahead, Grom, and roll me another death save.
All right. Does this one also get the advantage?
Yeah.
Well, I have time to
Plus
go ahead
4.
and just cast the spell Spare Dying.
Yes, so you can.
Alright, I'll just do that instead.
Oh, even better.
Awesome. Okay. Let me see. I had my notes here.
Thankfully, Grom is not dying anymore. It's still at 0 and still unconscious, I believe. Unless Jim, you run that differently.
Yeah, he goes to like 1 hit point and just stable. If he now with
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So I go up to him and I'm just like, "Go, soul that will soon depart. He shall stay until I say, or you shall stay until it's truly time." And as I cast the Spirit Dying,
All right.
Nice.
Grom, did you end up hitting, or did you not hit him?
No, Grom never did any damage to him at all.
Okay. Tarnik, did you ever land a blow?
Nope.
Okay.
I only got the one chance.
Okay.
I only had that one chance. Yeah.
All right.
I advise with my moonbeam.
Yeah. The moonbeam and the 2 other orcs just obliterated it.
All right. So, with that,
Now, Grumthar is in a mindless, frenzied rage, okay? And in character, as that door opens, if he sees a foe, he's gonna rush in, and you're gonna have to hold him back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
As the door is opening, it's just a dark tunnel of. There's not even torches lit yet. There's some webs, cobwebs, and such. But yeah, it's a dark tunnel that seems to lead down, but it's nothing else but darkness from there.
Yeah.
Is it like a staircase?
No. It's just seems to be winding down, not really a staircase.
Grumthar charges down, reckless abandon. He's in his rage.
Okay.
Grom does not have the presence of mind to stop him.
All right.
He's gonna
Then
be
He's still
sitting up.
down.
Varnick will turn to Bordak, and he will just say, "It seems that you are the only one that showed respect and honor." And says, "You
I
gain
thought that-
the blessing of flame for your weapons." And he touches him, and you see some sort of power just emanate into both his swords. Oh my god, he's going to have such freaking powerful things. Jesus. And he's not even here. All right. But, and with that, you see Varnick just vanish. And actually, Cub, I guess you didn't say very much. You just attacked. So you gained the blessing of the fire as well.
The blessing of the fire?
Yes. So I guess you would gain it on whatever weapon you carry.
Alright, then I guess. Staff.
So it's all right, but for the most part, while you're in here, once as a bonus action, you may invoke the blessing of the flame on a weapon you are holding. For the next 1 minute, the weapon is sheathed in ghostly flame and gains the following effects. It deals an additional 1d6 fire damage on a hit. It will glow with radiant red-orange light in a 10-foot radius. And if you are fighting against undead, if the target is undead, it must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or suffer disadvantage on its next attack roll. Pretty much just this. I can send you this so that way you can not worry about having to write it all down.
Okay.
So I'll post it here really quick.
What condition are you in there, Grom?
Grom has 1 hit point, but he is stable. He's gonna kind of sit up. Ugh.
As Grumthar is running, you hear the footsteps disappearing into the darkness.
Where did he go? That blue glowing orc.
He's gone. Grumthar and Bordak. True orcs. Destroyed it.
Grom's gonna spit on the ground.
What a piece of work.
He's gonna hold up his hand.
I
He's like,
still-
help me out.
Tarnic will help him up.
I feel like
Yes,
Grom is probably
yes.
looking rough.
That thing was a bit of a coward, wasn't it? Disappearing into the walls. Where's the honor in that?
Grom's gonna look down at his chest. Does he have like a scar or a hole in his chest from where he got stabbed?
He just probably have a small scar now with I guess no healing. Wait, nobody healed, right? Who was it?
No, he
Not
got
yet.
Spare the Dying,
Yeah.
and then I think you said he would get like 1 hit point basically and be stabilized.
Yeah, he just stabilizes.
So that's
He's
not
very weak, very, very hurt though. He's like he just barely.
probably
His knees are clanking together as he tries to stand. So he's stable, but his wound is open, I would say, until he heals himself. Or
He's gonna stagger over to Crag and kind of lean on Crag. And
Silence seeing this, she will go ahead and Yeah, she'll cast one of these.
Oh, is she gonna give him some healing?
So 13 healing.
Ugh.
And then with that, the wound will heal up. And she says, "Are you okay? Do you need more?" And her broken orc.
You could use one more if you can spare it. How are you?
Crew like close her eyes and really concentrate, and she says, "I'm okay," as she touches you. 17.
Oh, okay. That'll actually get him pretty close to full. I think that gets him full. Yeah, that completely heals him.
Thank you.
With you hear the footsteps fading of Grumthar off in the distance.
Is that another enemy? Wait a minute. Where's Grumthar?
He doesn't know what's going on.
You hear his shouting going down the hallway.
And Silence says, "Grumthar ran there," and she points into the darkness.
Oh, forward scouting, I see.
He's gonna mount up on Crag. Actually, he's not. He's gonna tell Silent,
You ride Crag.
And she's like, looks over at Crag and like
So he
goes
can
over.
protect you.
he's gonna rub Crag behind the ears. He's gonna walk up and say,
Let's go finish this. I grew weary of this undead place.
And
We go too much further. I think we're gonna die.
Pordek looks over at you and says, "Probably if we don't get some rest soon." And then you'll lumber on, trying to go after Grumthar. Let's go get him.
Tarnical.
Let's go get him before he gets too far away and gets himself in trouble. Come on, Grom. Come on, Cub.
Grom will
Go
follow.
down here.
As he follows them, he might say,
Perhaps we should withdraw back to our previous campsite and camp for the night. Full rest, regain everything, then return. Is this an option?
As y'all are RPing that, give me 1 second. Go ahead and RP.
Well, once we catch up with Grumdar, we can work out where we are. There may be a safe.
"Go ahead."
There may be like a safe mausoleum or something that we can use as a shelter. If this really is the catacombs, there should be some spaces available for us to rest in. Because they send people down here, or they used to maintain it. Obviously not anymore.
Do you know this god? This god they serve?
Honestly, I do not remember.
Something like
I don't-
Dorthar,
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Dorka.
Yeah.
They mentioned his name, but
Yeah.
Grom doesn't know anything about it. I wouldn't imagine he would. Dorakthar, something like that.
Is that fourth? But the
Dorakthar,
actual
something like that.
place is called Gortha? Kalgoth. Something like that.
Maybe that's what they said. Anyway, Grom would say,
All right.
Do you know anything?
hey, we heard them talking about the name of the god they serve. They were like the shields of something. And I was gonna see if Grom could maybe roll a religion check.
They didn't mention a god, but they did mention that they were the shields of Gorkarn.
That's what I meant. Okay, so that wasn't a reference to a deity.
Roll me a or religion or history. See if he would know. See if he would know it in character.
I think I'm gonna make a history check.
If Grumthar was not raging, he
get-
might actually know a little bit more.
Would I get any kind of bonus from this for traveling with the gypsies for several years? Would that give me any?
I would give you a advantage, I suppose.
Oh, heck yeah. All right. Try another one. So I got a 15 on my first roll and a 17 on the second roll.
17. Unfortunately, you could not pinpoint that.
I've never heard of this before. Alas, my knowledge is not great enough.
But
I could only tell you that the other bit was a rite of passage, like an entryway. I don't know much about the actual orc.
let's see, you, though, since you're ahead of the party, we're going to get you really quick. And let's see here. Can I do that? I know I can. Actually, let me get you first. See if this works. Grumthar. Grumthar. Where are you going, Grumthar? Alright, let's go here. Boom. Grumthar, you keep running down, and you feel and sense even you're raging, that you're going lower and lower into the darkness as you leave the group behind. I need to see if this... Does the map change for you, Grumthar?
It does.
Are you able to see...
I see a winding catacomb. Probably see more than I should.
Really, do you see the entire map?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I haven't dwelled on it much, but yes, I see the entire map.
That's interesting. Let me see what's going on here.
I haven't zoomed out, so I don't really know. But yeah.
Boom. I don't know why that's off, because that should be on constantly. So I
There you
wanted to
go.
get somebody in there. All right, how about now? Are you still able to see with dynamic lighting?
Well, I see dynamic lighting, yes.
Okay, so you're only able to see kind of a little bit in front of you? Kind of like...
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent. All right. So you are arriving now further down into these... Now, there do seem to be catacombs. And on each side, you are able to see, as you descend, pretty much what is the beginning of a labyrinth of tunnels of the dead. You can tell this is where, on the walls to the left and to your right, is where orcs were buried. Fallen orcs, warriors. And you can sense that the walls still pulse with a faintly necrotic energy. And as you are here, you also see what seems to be like spectral faces that occasionally manifest, as if they're screaming silently before vanishing into the walls again.
Well, I wouldn't dwell too much on the descriptions because he's not absorbing much of this at all. If a face were to appear to him, he would scream back at it, if not try to attack it.
Okay.
As he is in a mindless rage, reckless, frenzied rage right now. He's assuming his companions are following him. He's not looking back. He's charging into battle.
Okay.
Right? So he goes down here. I just rolled even left, odd right. He goes to his right, which I believe is this way. So you stop me when I fall in a trap or...
Yeah, right there. You can stop right there because as soon as you appear there, you definitely would see... Let me get these right here. Since he's running there, you definitely would see some other lingering creatures there. Well, what the heck? My internet going slow now. You see this thing here?
Oh yeah, just charging in.
And just around. Right here, you would see probably this one. Ooh, what the hell? Why is it not going to the correct size? This other apparition. And for right now, you don't know what you can see at around that corner right there. Since you are ahead of the group right now, we're going to go ahead. The other group is RPing as they're going after you. Give me 1 second here. Let me just set up since you're kind of separated. I have to do this a little bit differently. Let me see here. I'll just redo this right here. So. Alright. That's interesting. Well, that is strange. Why isn't that popping in there? Alright, well, let's do this one then. That one there. And that one. Should work right there. Alright. Let's go ahead and save that and put you in there. Alright, since you are ahead, I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative, and then I can add it manually. Just remember what you rolled.
Yeah, working.
And we'll do it this way.
That's right. Use up that low roll now.
Oh, goodness. Okay. That's interesting. All right. With that being said.
Oh, well, now in the new rolls, there is no surprise round, but if you have the surprise, you would have advantage on initiative. That's new rules, though.
Huh. That's interesting. Oh, so you usually just got that whole round for free, but now you just have advantage?
Right. Correct. They nerfed it quite a bit, doesn't it?
What the hell?
Yeah.
That doesn't even... Seems kind of useless now. But as you're running down here, I'll say that you can go... If you want to, I'll give it to you. Go ahead and roll advantage for now. But yeah, we'll just do it.
All right. I just roll one more time. See what happens. See. Oh, so much better. So much better.
Well, dude, that's definitely better than it was before. All right, so what we're going to do here is first combat round, then jump back over to the main group. So, with that being done, this guy's going to go first. So this guy moves right up to you and will attempt to at least strike. Okay. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Alright, so it's going to try to strike at you. He uses a great sword that swings down on you for a 24 to hit.
Of course, yep.
Okay. And then let me read this really quick, make sure it's correct. Okay, so you're gonna take slashing damage of 11 and
Okay.
radiant damage of 6. And then it's gonna strike
Okay.
one last time as he went down, and with it, he's gonna slice back up. That shouldn't hit, but it is a 12, so.
No.
Okay. With that said, it is now your go.
Yeah. The full wrath of Grumthar. Reckless, frenzied. First attack. 17 to hit.
As you are a little bit too reckless, it
Yeah, all right.
clinks against him, but nothing.
Second attack. 29 crit.
That definitely will
So,
hit. You land
14
solid that time.
plus 14 plus 12 is 26 points of damage.
All right.
Plus the 2d6 for frenzy. So that's an additional 4. Second swing with the battle axe. 19 to hit.
That one misses once more.
All right. Back to the longsword. Another 17 to hit. Misses.
Once again misses. Strikes the air. And then, with that, this other one will move forward. 10.
This is not a good time for my swings to go cold.
About right there, you see this, what really looks more like an elf creature floating toward you. And you're raging right now, so your frightened doesn't do anything
That's
to you.
right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
So this creature begins to wail, a mournful wail, and you're within 30 feet. Roll me a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving.
DC 13. Nice.
Natural 20 for 28.
Nice. With that,
And I just wail right back.
as you take psychic damage of 5.
Okay.
All right. Now we're gonna jump back really quick, since nobody else can see what's happening right now, including the viewers.
Oh.
I'm gonna move Grumthar. Let's move him over here for now. All right. So you are going down this tunnel in the darkness now, following behind, trying to catch up to the rushing Grumthar. You all start hearing what seems to be screams. Some mournful scream as well, followed by Grumthar somewhere. But before then, you also heard like what seemed to be clashing of metal for you guys.
Quick! Grumthar's in combat already.
Grom would rush forward.
Okay. So Grom is rushing forward. What's everybody else doing? I guess Silent and Pordock would rush forward.
Would
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh.
Tarnic will come down.
All right. So everybody else is rushing forward. Cub, I assume you're lingering behind or rushing?
Yeah. Oh,
kind of like behind them.
Following them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following them.
All right. So let me copy y'all. Let me see if I can fit y'all in here. Y'all rush down. Y'all rushing, and we're gonna put y'all about here. Let me position y'all. fit y'all, if I can fit y'all in here. Big bear. Alright, there we go. I think that would work. And then we're gonna bring everybody here. I should bring... Are y'all able to see the new map?
I do see it.
Alright. Now we're gonna go ahead and... Is this in... Change the vision on the stream there. There we go. So y'all appear there in the darkness. Don't know where Gromthar is. And by the time that y'all get there, we're going to do one more round with Gromthar really quick.
Alright.
And then, let's see. So, what's that? That means that this guy goes first again. So, this large skeletal being, this time he's going to... Oh my gosh, stop doing that. See? Yes, not that time. Okay. He will go ahead and strike once again. 23. So, and he's going to do that again. There's another slot. Boom. He would have done that. So 12 slashing damage with another 5 radiant damage. So he slices to the right, and then he's going to slice back to the left.
This is on me? On
Yeah.
Gunther?
Yeah.
Alright.
Once again, he misses with his second attack this time around.
Okay.
Which brings us to you, Mr. Grumthar, now.
Alright. Hopefully this round does better.
Fine. Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah, here in a little bit. Just
Okay.
finishing this round first.
Battle axe missed. Longsword hit
Okay.
for 11 plus the 2d6.
I forgot
plus
he did
another 11.
Reckless the first time around, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He would have been kidding with... It's alright. I forgot about that. It's okay. It's good. So that's... Plus...
Yeah, he's reckless. He's going reckless again, right? And so 11 and 11, so 22 points of damage. And now for my third attack. 22
That will hit.
for 8. And then last longsword. Oh. So 23 for 9.
Okay. Slash slash. Those land. Which now brings us to the last creature here. The wailing didn't seem to work. So now it's going to move forward. Right here.
Grubflyer's rage will be the end of him. Nice playing with you guys.
She's going to reach out for a touch.
Just survive one more turn.
20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it does hit. Oh, gosh. Okay. So with that, you feel the chill touch penetrate through your skin for 11 necrotic damage. It sucks
Okay,
the soul
still
from
up.
you. All right. And with that, where you guys hear where the sound is coming in from. And y'all can now roll initiative to see who wishes to go first for y'all's movement. And I'll add it into his. So
Arnick doesn't
Here we
care,
go.
apparently. I don't want to go down there.
A very good initiative roll.
All right, do we get everybody here? Bordak, we need Bordak and Cub. So let's see. I guess Bordak is 19. I don't know why it doesn't put it in there. Okay, so Cub, what did you roll?
There you go.
Okay. Gromd, what did you roll?
A 6.
Oh, look. And Tarnik, what did you roll?
Oh, it's 3. I'll just pop it in.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Silent. She got 16. All right. All right. So, yeah, Bordak will go ahead and move about here, and then followed by Silent, who will go ahead and try to move with the bear, maybe about here. And she'll scream back, "I see him! Fighting a bone!" Alright, and then Cub, you are next. I'm gonna jump this all the way back up.
And he looks very bloodied.
Alright, then I will go. Oh, come on. Work with me here. Let's see.
Is it stuck? Oh, if it's stuck, just let me know. I might have put you too much into the wall.
Alright, and is that our barbarian?
Yep, Grumthor right there.
Alright. The last one.
Nice.
I
14
can heal the
healing.
pain, but I cannot heal the pain.
Yes, more.
I'll take out one of my other potions and I'm gonna throw it at him, but I want it to where it breaks and heals him.
Breaks and heals him?
Yes.
A potion? I think he has to gobble it. Unfortunately, doesn't work with the outside skin touch.
Yeah. So a thing is in the video game, it does work that way. It's crazy.
Oh, really? What the heck? Oh, you're talking about like Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate or something?
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
What the heck? Really? That's crazy.
It does.
Potion, it actually heals him.
What
Ow.
kind of physics is that?
Ah,
It's the vapors.
The vapors. They smell the vapors.
Healing vapors. I don't know. I made that up.
No,
That's funny. I need to play that game.
It says
eventually.
on Google it says yes, in D&D 5e you can throw a healing potion at another creature to heal them, but it requires specific actions and checks.
What?
Thrower must use an action and make a sleight of hand or medicine check DC 15 to throw the potion within 20 feet of the target. If the check fails, the potion lands within 5 feet of the target, and they can pick it up as a free object interaction. The target must then use a bonus action to drink the potion.
Oh yeah, so it still needs to drink it, right? But like if he
Well,
breaks
that's
it,
if it.
if he breaks it on top of him, it's saying that it can heal him.
No, it doesn't say anything about breaking it on them.
Okay, yeah.
It sounds like throwing it kind of like to them. Is what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
wait, what? I've never heard of that before in an actual. So I know they got like solves and all that stuff that work specifically. Anyway,
Well, I got nothing else then, really.
Okay. In that case, we'll jump really quick back to the bone creature before we go to Grom. The bone creature will go ahead and try to do
Oh, no. Okay.
one, or actually try to do its attacks on Mr. Grumthar here. So he was doing reckless, so he does get an advantage, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Is Grumthar looking pretty rough? Is it looking like he's getting beat up?
So that's
Oh, yeah.
21.
A little better now that he had the little healing.
And then
Yeah,
the last one,
he's
so
still
that's
bloody.
going to be 8 plus 5. So that's 13 altogether. 5 radiant, 8 slashing.
Okay.
And I can't remember on the reckless. Is that for all attacks or just the first?
I think it's all.
Okay. So the next one will hit again. It's rolling low though, so that's good. So for that's 8 damage, and yeah, so you take 8 damage this time. That's it. Followed by Grom. You are next, sir. Followed by Grumthar.
All right. Grom is going to. I actually can't see it. It's very dark down here. But Grom does not have dark vision, so that makes sense.
But is there a light right there?
Yeah, that should be.
There is light. I can see the light. What the light shows me. 15, 15.
That should have been.
Can I go 25? Can I stand right here? Is this a legal space to stand in, or is there not technically enough room there?
You should be able to. He's a large creature. I'd say you can barely fit in there. You're gonna block some of the people though, but.
Grom is gonna squeeze in there, and he's gonna touch Grumthar and sing a bit of a throat tune.
Reach.
And he's going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Oh damn! Okay.
So here we go, Grumthar. 32 points of healing.
Well, that's nice. But I am still bloody.
Now, let's see. I don't think I have anything useful to do as a bonus action at this point. Do I?
Disengage and get out of here.
I have another 5 foot of movement, but if I move, they're gonna attack me.
You have bonus action. You can. Oh, you don't. Yeah.
No.
You're not rogue. You can't disengage as a bonus action.
I don't have anything fancy like that.
Yeah.
Then Grom is going to take a. If Grom takes a 5 foot step, his last 5 feet, if he steps here, will he impede the movement of his allies still? Or can they move past
He
him
could
if
barely. Yeah, he would barely be able to. Get out of the way between Crag's butt there and everybody else. Yeah, so he would.
He may provoke an attack of opportunity, but he's going to go ahead and step back there with his last 5 feet.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. Nope. It just gets
no attack.
He gets the he's too tall. He tries to attack you, and his axe gets stuck a little bit in the ceiling, but then he's able to reposition it again. So he misses you completely.
That is all.
All right,
That's all
Grumthar.
the Grom has.
Back to me.
Yes.
How did you guys roll worse than me? All right, reckless. Battle axe misses. Longsword hits.
That one hits. Yes.
7 plus 2d6 for the frenzy. 1, 2. That's another 6.
All right.
Back to the battle axe. It's 27 for 11. Longsword. 28.
Right. Well, that one is down. He falls. So you just got this wailing banshee over here.
Yeah, well, I'm going to move around to her backside. and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. Which she will follow you on her turn and attempt to give you another touch. I wish we'll move to Tarnik because she is not going to be able to penetrate through your armor that time around. Tarnik, is it your go, sir?
Tarnik will step around all the people and everything, all the companions, and I can't use my token there.
You can't move, or?
No.
There we go. You should be able now.
There we go. So come down. Come down. Because he can't see around the corner, so he doesn't know what's going on. Oh, well, what's going on down here, guys? That's about as far as he can get, I think.
And they all just point.
Yeah. All right. With that, we're going to go ahead and do one more. Let's see what happens, and then we're going to stop right here. It's all on Bordak. Bordak is going to move forward. It says, let me see. And he will go ahead and do all his. What was that? And that. Oh my lord. Okay. Yes, all of them still land. That's crazy. So I won't do the d6s yet. I'll just go ahead and do that. As you see, his swords turn into flame. Well, sheathed in flame, actually.
Did I hear you say they give her disadvantage?
So, yeah, I think on, yeah, what I wrote there. So, 1 second. Sorry, I was doing math. 44. And 31 fire, so, yep, gets her. 44 plus 31. Bam.
And I imagine, all right, as you put down this ghost, whatever it is, Grumthar turns around and starts to go, and was it Bordak, whoever this orc is right here, grabs Grumthar by the scruff of his collar or whatever. Hold on.
Yeah. Bordak will, yeah, let's say he does that. Bordak grabs him. It's like, stop.
and yeah, Grumthar is just panting in bloodlust.
And how long does his rage last?
A minute.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, he just holds you there for a minute. And now we are down here in the catacombs. So we can go ahead and stop here. It's already 10:15, and I will not be here next week. I got to do a wedding, but we will continue the week after, and hopefully Cyrix will be back by that time.
I think next week is also it's a no good.
Oh, for you as well? Yeah, so I guess good timing then. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and end stream. Stop recording. Thank you everybody who is watching, and those future people who are going to watch. Please give us a like or a follow on YouTube, Dungeons and 20s, or Twitch, Dungeons and 20s. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Yeah, I kind of feel that should be